Hello and welcome to Tara's Kitchen. I am Tara and over there, I'm going to be making leek soup. I got this. So these containers of vegetable stock in here right now. I'm bringing a up. And you don't need vegetable stock. You use just water. Use chicken stock. I just wanted to use vegetable stock to see what it would do. You have to be careful of things being too salty. So kind of taste it as you go. And like I said, bring it to a boil. If you're out there, please leave a comment on you're out there. This is going out to Rumble, Twitch, and YouTube. And hold on, I just okay. My wife was calling me in the room, so I had to tend to that. We're waiting for this anyways. I also have a cat that's going crazy. You may hear her in the background. And let me fix this. How salty is this? Not too bad. I am using seasoning salt, just flowers. And you get a whole lot. I'm assuming you don't get a whole lot. The over seasoning is not good. So I would usually put about 3/4 of a teaspoon in here. I'm going to do a half a teaspoon. Another vegetable stock is salt in it. I'm pouring it out. A little measuring spoon here. Measuring spoon. I don't like the spoon, if you ever see them. You slide the thing that I measure. It's awesome. My eye is a bit choppy. Let me see if I can do something about that. What is that? Settings. Huh. I don't know. Yeah, in the background. She's extremely frustrated at the moment, and I believe she wants to go outside and find a date at some point on your probably your fist. So that would be Chloe, the black and white cat. Is my audio in here? I've used the whole setup thing here in a while. In the comments, come a little late. So, something the volume. Hopefully, it's real. Oh, it's still choppy. Okay. What do I have? I'm gonna turn on. I'm gonna turn on here. So, hello. Okay, let me know if that's any better. Okay, you cooked a New York roast tonight, going to have leftovers for the next 2 days. Yeah, that's kind of ideas. I could think where I have leftovers intentionally. And now I can kind of actually do that. Because I don't have a teenage boy in the house that literally eats everything he can get a of. I mean, he's a big, strong young man now. But when he moved out of the house, it's like we didn't have like groceries for, I think, 5 months. Milk went bad. I'd never had milk before. That's like a new thing. So, oh, reaching for things. My shoulders are still bothering me. It's gonna take a while to get over that, but I'll start adding leeks to this. And if you cook leeks, they're kind of brown, but you need to slice them open. I have an actual leek soup, and you need to take all the layers apart and wash them real good because they grow in the dark, they get dirty inside them. And then you kind of put all the layers back together and then you chop them up. Not getting choppy again. Now my cat's going crazy. So it's fine for a second, not choppy again. I might need a camera, but I don't have the funds for the camera at the moment. Been off work for too long. I started back to going to work doing, well, I can't run hard because right in the middle of the week I have doctor's appointments. And, well, doctor's appointments are not really a very good thing with my job. Because, you gotta go to Indiana, come back, pick up another load at Kansas, come back. If they could do doctor's appointments on Sunday, that would be awesome. But the real world doesn't work that way. Sorry about that. My wife was asking me a question. Oh, yeah, cats, especially house cats, tend to have really long lives. Um, you lose any pet, they become a member of your family. And it hurts. I'm probably going to have to ask more this at some point. But it doesn't matter. I'll let it down a little bit. I shouldn't have that too much. But you make this with just plain water. You don't have to use chicken stock or broth or vegetable stock, is what I just did just because I wanted to try it that way. You can use whatever you need to use. It's fairly simple. I'm adding a few things to it now. Just kind of playing around with it. One of which is going to be some white pepper. And it's not going to be maybe a half teaspoon. And then I'll put some black pepper in there. I'm basically playing with my food. I am trying to eat healthier. The one of the problems with my healing is I'm pre-diabetic, and for some reason I'm starting to feel slow, and I've got to do something about that. I actually just tried to make some brownies. I have to come up with my own recipe because I don't like Pillsbury's recipe there. I'll show you in a minute. I wanted to see what they tasted like. And they're the sugar-free ones. And they're not horrible, but they're not what I want for a brownie. Here's a half a teaspoon of black pepper. And that's spread. I don't want to add cold water to the pot, so ready. I'm gonna heat up some more water on that pepper. And I need here a little bit. Okay, so this is all. I'm not gonna blend it. Sometimes people use like an machine blender. It's not bad. I just like the texture of having something in the soup. And I may or may not add a roux. So be one of the last things I do if I do it. I'll make a roux and thicken it up with that, and I'll probably crack eggs and put that here as well. That's for the same thing. I may choose the eggs. That's what it tastes like. It really is not that hard. And that is an old pot. It's a whole pot with an old lead. But it's really good. It's that holds heat really well. It's actually one of Amy's grandmother's pots. So it's a little thing. Hello, Justin. Hi, how are you doing? That's really cheating. That's just a way to make it real quick. I mean, I can make it completely from scratch. And start off with the small chicken, cook it, and debone it and everything, and make some stock from the bones. Yeah, it's just a long, drawn-out process. It's really, really good. But most of us, most of the time, do not have that kind of time. So we do it weekend. Now, I'll show you the thing that I tried. This right here, Pillsbury sugar-free brownie mix. And it does not look like the brownie package when you get done with it. So I got to figure out a few sugar-free recipes or what have you. I'm working on a collage recipe that's a lot healthier. There's not much you can do about carbs in the bread, but you know you can use like the sugar-free kind of preserve or something with them. I don't know how to get around the powdered sugar. I find there's some kind of fake powdered sugar or what have you. Because I put like a strudel crumble on top of it and then dust it with powdered sugar and having problems with sugar. I'm pretty sure that'll spike your levels. But it is what it is. Yeah, we're all short of time. It's everybody has to work for a living. I mean, the days of mom or something sitting at home all day cooking food just doesn't really happen. It can sometimes, but and then there's so much that has to be done. You do have some off time, like if you're off Saturday and Sunday, you're taking care of the house, or shopping, everything else that needs to be done, and you're just way too short. Oh, it's probably me. Let me go back to settings again. I'm wondering if there's like seeing the camera or something cooking. Okay, I don't know what just happened. Let me know if that's any better. I now have the mic volume all the way up. So I switched microphones. If that's any better, let me know. It's showing on this end to be up, but yeah, I had the speaker testing. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, cool. Yeah. But no, what I was saying, the days of being able to home cook things like that are pretty much non-existent. I hope I turn that on in the back. Okay, now shopping again. I don't know if it's gonna change. I'm under mic. Of course, I'm turning my head and stuff too. Does it help if I'm face mic or is it when I'm like right now? I'm looking at the computer. All right, let me know if that's any better. There's like 4 choices on there for a microphone. And I'm not extremely computer literate. Yes, my mic has a cable. I've got the little web camera. It's like blaring and would help us turn the volume down. Well, if I turn it down there, that makes it better. Does it help when I turn the volume down? Okay. Um, right here. Muffled with that. Okay, we'll turn it. Okay, how is this one? Is this one any better? It's like I can wiggle the connection, but I don't know if it'll mess my camera up. Crystal clear. Okay. Hopefully it stays that way. That will be good. Awesome. Thank you. Like I said, I'm not extremely computer literate. I can fix R though. So. Now, back to the brownie thing. This is what came out with brownie. And hang on, it's not it's not bad, but it's not good. I was going to I still do it like a review of it because I'm looking for no sugar free products and what tastes good and what doesn't. I think I might have to come up with my own recipe and use some kind of sugar free something like stevia or what have you. It's called products. It's not bad. I don't think kids would complain. But it's not what I'm looking for in a brownie. If you go in the oven to try, I would very good it. I mean, what shop you now? So it works for a second. I don't know. I mean, I'll get some kind of headset or something, but I don't know if it'll work with this computer. Yeah, I use margarine. I use butter, like real butter. There we go. Now I'm going to adding some potatoes. I'm trying not to bump the camera. And I used just 2 good sized leeks. Clean them, chop them up, and I've got about 7 sort of smallish size. These are white potatoes, so that's the bones. I usually use potatoes, but these will work for soups. You just don't want to use like a russet potato for soup. They break apart too easy. Okay, I may not need it. We'll find out. At least I may not need much. I need some. Okay, how's my audio now? because I have this up on my phone. And I have to close to it. Phone be affecting it. The leeks don't taste like cabbage. Leeks are more. It's kind of like a mild onion, a really mild onion. Pretty good though. Pretty good, healthy, all that stuff. All right, I was wondering if y'all could do me a favor, because I should be broadcasting to YouTube, Twitch, and Rumble. So I'm wondering is it coming through on Rumble or not, and if someone could leave a message on Rumble, it should show up if one of y'all have a Rumble. I don't know if you might do that, but playing with the multi-broadcasting. I don't know if it would let me see it. So I'm gonna go out of YouTube thing. I don't know how to do the link thing for Rumble. I might be able to. Hold on. That's support. It's a thing. Why did that go through from Twitch? Hmm. Oh, okay, okay. I might be able to do this. Hold on. Okay, it's Rumble. I'm wondering if the sounds from like the stove and everything be messing with my volume or my like trying to filter out so how things are recording and what have you. Anyways, I post a link. I don't know if that'll help anyone. Like I said, I'm just playing with it. Now it's just 5 people. And well, here. Okay. Me. Audio. Microphone. All right. It was giving me some sort of message about the audio. Yeah, I might have to exit and go back in. I don't know if I can do that or how. Hold on. Give me off for just a second. I'll try that. I'll do that. Now it's clear. Okay, that works. Leave a comment on Rumble just to see how it shows up over here. I tried to leave a comment from Rumble and it showed up. It was from Twitch. I don't really use Twitch, but my son set it up there. He's like, "Oh, post over here so everybody uses it out." And I'm like, I don't do gaming. Maybe my phone had something to do with that. Maybe having my phone on YouTube. Oh, it's in. Okay. This is crazy. I Maybe a second behind. How do I go out and back in? Okay, I'm back in. It might be. It might be. I'm trying to figure out how to stream the vote in the multiple platforms. I think but I think you're level part. Um, what is the part? You're welcome. We have rumble how it we have rumble how if I do count it on one part and on the other. And if I have to like on rumbling the top, it will be if you move like one trans or whatever. Then I don't know. I'm wondering like you know, in the whole dollar and have one there. I don't know if I've ever have hyper right. That's yeah, focus on that. Yes, that's into that chat. Uh, like or like hot. I heard off the video for the hot, not home, not at home. Audio is really bad now. Okay, how about a simple layout into it? Okay, is it moving now? Yeah, it's moving now. Very slight improvement. Okay, that is what it is. Basically, we're cooking the potatoes until they're done. Here's a minute. I'm not sure if I'm going through or not. That's something actually. I just got these just like that. Just use the roux to kind of thicken it up a little bit. I think I might want this kind of brothy. If that makes any sense. I've been craving like brothy soup, or brothy chicken noodle, or whatever. You know, that'd be something someone can market, like chicken noodle soup broth, but not chicken broth. You know, but not chicken noodle soup, just like the broth in a cup. You know, kind of the chicken noodle soup in a cup. You know, just have like a big, huge thing of slip broth, and it's hot, and you can drink it. That'd be awesome. Okay. Like the small profile, whatever it was, and here we are. I don't think I make a roux. I'm gonna get brothy. I'm probably use this thing here to beat up either one or two eggs. And I'll put that in there. Leave it brothy. One of the things I like to do, and I do it with garlic soup, I do it with a few things, is I'm more in the head position. Like, whatever position my head's in. I also move my phone. Um, let me try something. Kinda. I try to get a screen dark with my phone. Okay, I'm gonna mute the mic. I'm gonna turn my. All right, let me know how it sounds. Okay. Now I turn the speaker off on the one. Shows yours, I guess. Okay, apparently the guest is me. Hopefully there's not going to be an echo now. I turned the speakers off on the computer. And I've got the mic muted on the computer. And I'm using my phone for the audio. So does that seem to do the trick? Hopefully that does the trick. And my wife is in the kitchen now, so put the phone down for just a second. I need 2 eggs. I have my drink here. I won't drop it. I need to get 2 eggs to put in here. I gotta beat up. Oh, you can do it here. I will. Now let me get 2 eggs. Now there is a delay on the comments because I'm just looking at the comments on StreamYard now. Oh, baby. Okay, we figured it out. 53 minutes into the show. Yeah, it might be. My computer is extremely old. So, I don't know why the volume went up. Computer sound card, maybe. Why does the volume keep going up? Yeah, my computer is an HP G60 535DX notebook, and it's very old. Well, for computer wise, that's old. I don't know how long the operating systems are going to let it function. Because everything wants to, what do they call it? They change things where you can't use this version of Windows or what have you. I probably have it upgraded. But then again, for the price of computers now, when you account for inflation and everything else, they are so much cheaper than they used to be. But then the repairs are so expensive. It's like you don't want to throw things away, but then it's like if you're going to pay that much, you can have a new one, and it's just crazy. I do need this. There we go. Yeah, most of them like that. I am beating up 2 eggs to have them ready. I usually use a fork, but I decided to use a whisk. Like I said, I'm playing with my food. I'm not really a recipe or anything like that. It's like, okay, I'm making leek soup. This is kind of how I make it. I'm gonna try this, that, or the other. Just try something different. I like doing that every once in a while. Or if I have things I have to use up, it's like maybe I'll try this with that, see how it turns out. And most of the time, it turns out pretty good. Need the watch time, anyways. It's life has been crazy. It's an understatement for the past few weeks, and it's from going insane, not really being able to get out of bed, hobbling around, my leg all swollen up to um like now I've started back to work. I'm not exactly clear to drive, but I've got bills to pay. Um, but I can't run like I need to run because I have to come back in the middle of the week. And if anyone's ever dealt with surgeons and specialists and all of that, they don't really care about your schedule or your job or any of that. They have their days that they see you in their office, and that's just their days. So I have to deal with it. So I'm making some money, and that is what it is. But it's not what I should be making, what I need to be making. But it's better than nothing. I can't complain there. It's not the world's fault that I wrecked my bike. It's my fault. That's not even the bike's fault. The bike did exactly what it was told to do. Kind of same with computers, garbage in, garbage out. The computer does exactly what you tell it to do. You did something in there wrong, so what you got wasn't what you wanted. Well, it's the same with controls on a vehicle or what have you. The vehicle is just a machine. It's to do what it's told to do. If that makes any sense. Let's see. I used the what's this time. Yeah, at this point, my body is like a story told in scars. I thought about getting some more ink or something, and people do some pretty good artwork to cover up some of the scars, but then some of them are kind of better than the tattoos. They have cool stories to go behind them. So I don't know. I will decide at some point. Let's see these potatoes. Oh yeah, those are done. Turn this down a little bit. You run Linux. I've heard of that. Over by school bus. Shit. Yeah, that's kind of slow. I'm looking here as I pour a little bit of egg in at a time. And I'm just going to stir it. You don't want to stir too hard because you got potatoes not trying to mash them. Right now, I got them like really, really well cooked. You just want little tiny pieces of egg. See what I'm doing. Just a little bit of egg in here. Twisted Art Lady. Hello, how are you doing? Thank you for joining my tiny little chat. I'm making leek soup, not my awful recipe or how I kind of usually make it. It's more playing with my food, trying a few different things. I decided not to use a roux. I used vegetable stock. 2 weeks, about I think 6 or 7 small, kind of like those gold potatoes. I usually use red. That's what I had. And I'm not going to blend it up. I know a lot of people use an immersion blender. I kind of like to have the chunks of the leek and everything. But a soup like this, like whether it's garlic soup or leek soup or what have you, one of the things I like doing is putting like a slice of Swiss cheese in the bottom of a bowl, especially if it's a brothy soup. And you put the soup, you pour it over the Swiss cheese, and then you can make croutons out of something like dark rye bread. And which is basically just cutting up the slices of bread and the little tiny croutons. And you put them in a pan and with a little olive oil and make little pieces of toast out of them, and then you have your croutons, and then you sprinkle those over the top, and that works out pretty good. Oh, that's a little bit too much. What you end up with is some chunks of egg mixed throughout the soup. But you also don't want to mash the potatoes, so don't stir it too hard. I'm kind of more flipping it and pouring a little bit in it. So I got talking and messing with the computer. So the potatoes are definitely done. Twisted Art Lady, I was watching their chat, I think today or yesterday, when you were giving away like the coasters and stuff like that. I started to play a little bit, but I was also driving, and my phone started ringing because I was listening to you while I was driving. Usually when I'm listening to a chat, I'm driving down the road because I drive a truck for a living. And it's kind of one of those things of I want to keep my mind occupied. So I listen to YouTube, I'll listen to music, or I'll listen to chats as long as they don't get too monotonous. So I definitely do not want monotony when I'm driving, 700 miles a day. And anyways, I enjoyed your chat. It's pretty cool. I used to draw a lot. Life kind of took over. And I have another injury from another tree 20 years ago. I had to relearn how to play guitar. And I've got nerve damage, so I don't have all the feeling in my right hand. So then I got more to where I was building things, building guitars. I build like 1911s and stuff like that now. My son likes to draw a lot too. I think he gets that side from me. I know he gets his common sense from me. He's got a Harley Sportster S, which means he's crazy. I can't say much about that. You've been using Mint 13. What is that? I have no idea. You know, I can turn the heat off of this. And I might make some croutons. In fact, that's a good idea. I don't need that many. Cool. I'll make some out of like maybe a slice of bread or two. I don't know if I still have any Swiss cheese. Hopefully, open the bread's not too annoying. A loaf of dark rye bread. Oh, cool. It's an operating system. It's one of those loaves of bread that comes wrapped up inside a bag that's wrapped up. So, let me cut these up. You slice them. I need to get, let me move this over here. I need to get set up where I've got like two cameras where I can go from the stove to the counter and back. That would be awesome. How many bowls do I have? Let me move this. Old Humble Distilling. How are you doing? I need to stop by there and get some more of that rye. Because the rye that you sold me was really, really good. I usually drink, like a single malt, a good single malt double cast scotch or really good vodka. But where's a pan? Here's a pan. Like I know I have one that's clean. Coolness. So now I can move things around. This will go here. This will go back. Sorry about my old stove. It was clean, but it's scarred. This stove is probably from the 1970s or 80s. and olive oil. That's a new one. I want to use our old olive oil first. Here we go. About a tablespoon or so. And with this thing, I'm not going to use a metal spatula. This one. Although this one's good for omelets, as you can tell. Gas, electric coil, electric glass top, or induction. I prefer gas. Hands down, gas. Gas stove and a charcoal grill. Hopefully I can get the barbecue pit that I'm wanting this summer. I'm wanting, just that standard Weber thing. I got the cheap Walmart folds up square briefcase kind of grill, but it works. You'll burn them up real quick if you use them a lot. I'm wanting to get a good Weber, and then I can do some barbecue videos, grilling a steak or something. I usually don't grill a steak outside. I want to do more. I'm usually doing like a chicken or something like that, cut it open and put it down on it. Usually when I cook steak, it's a cast iron skillet. Okay, let me move this. More than enough. Once again, always taste your soup. Taste your soup, taste your flour, taste all of it. Like you're making flour, you're frying chicken, taste a little bit. See if you got it over season, under season, especially when it comes to salt. Keep a spoon, taste it. And if you're using things like broth and stock, what have you, even if it's low sodium, what have you, it will tend to have salt in it. So you don't want to over season it. You don't want it over salty. In fact, a lot of times, like if you don't know who is eating, maybe a little bit under isn't a bad idea. Because salt's one of those subjective things where people like more or less. I like more, my wife likes less. I like spicy food. She doesn't like things that are spicy. So there's that whole subjective nature to it. Anyways, I want to keep your time. If you burn them a little, don't worry about it. It's not going to matter. You're just making little pieces of toast. And if you grew up poor and you're used to making toast on the stove anyways, because you never had a toaster, so it's like the oven or the stove. Yeah, it should be pretty easy. That was us growing up. You just grab another skillet, start another burner. Here's toast. A little piece of butter in there. And in a minute, I'll see if I have some Swiss cheese.
I don't know who all I'm corking at the moment, but I don't think any of their channels will miss a few people. Like the shows that I watch, they got thousands and thousands of subscribers and hundreds of people watching them. I don't think I'm hurting them. Guns and Barbecue is kind of joking around with me when I did my first few live chats because it seemed like every time somehow I was corking him. I wasn't intending to, but I've also got a tight schedule. I'm not waiting until 11 o'clock at night to start cooking. So I finish with all this, I put it away, eat supper, and take a shower, and all that good stuff. But I've got to be back up at like 4 a.m. Get ready for work. I need to turn these before they burn. Yeah. Okay, sometimes you just need to use your hand. I like tortillas. Sometimes the hand just works better. This is not going to take long. I'm wondering the darker one's got a little bit more olive oil. You can also spray the pan. That works as well. But this is not going to take long. But I'm going to try to take it off. And I'm going to see if I have some Swiss cheese left in the fridge. Oh, lovely. What's this? That's not Swiss. Holy. Nope, I don't see any Swiss. I think I used it all. I have a tiny fridge, so things will get packed in there. Tiny kitchen. It's a tiny 3-bedroom house. But I can afford it. 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Little subdivision out in the country. It was a lot better before they started building everything. So it was really kind of more out in the country. But the urban sprawl is kind of catching up with everyone. And they cut the trees down. There we go. I mean, we've still got trees, but it's not what it used to be. Don't tell me there's no bowl. Oh, here's one. Coolness. Take one more look for some cheese. Just because I kind of want it. That's all in there. I don't like American. Oh, American cheese. They're just cheddar. So I have an idea. I'm trying stuff anyways. So I'll put some of this up. And instead of putting a slice down there, I'll put some cubes down there. These are cheddar. So I'm putting these, and I'm just kind of making little cubes, putting in the bottom because I couldn't find a slice of Swiss. So I'll use these things. And we'll see how that works. Like I said earlier, I'm playing with my food. My dog heard the cheese wrapper open. So he is front and center. Here you go. I don't think he tastes any food. Thank you, DJ. Thank you for watching. I'm nearly through anyways. So since I can't get a slice of cheese, and I'm not going to use American cheese, but Amy buys that. I just put a few cubed up pieces there. She had those, what is that, Monterey and cheddar cheese sticks things. And I don't know if I want to use that spoon. I do want some of the juice. So, change spoon. There we go. Now it's like that. And where's my croutons? Yes, I know you want a crouton. Here you go. I swear he doesn't taste food. He opens his mouth and it's on the bottom. And so there's the finished product. I'll put it back up there. Yeah, American cheese is not cheese. It doesn't even belong in the dairy section. You should put it over with the oil, like cooking oil or something. I like Swiss, I like cheddar, I like Munster. Fetta's not bad as like a filler kind of thing if you're mixing it with something else, like something I'm probably gonna do next weekend. Make joy or boat bread, and it's filled with cheese and an egg on top. I didn't have enough time to do that today, and it does good for that. Like 8 ounces of feta with a pound and a half of mozzarella. Sometimes it's good by itself. American cheese, no. See, that's my supper. Yes. I usually don't like it too sharp on the cheddar. I mean, every once in a while, yeah, but usually not too sharp. Although cutting up slices and putting them in a plastic bag and then setting them up around the windshield in the summertime and let them get nice and soft. That's a good snack for later. And actually, the cheddar cubes work pretty good. So for ingredients, I use 2 of the 32-ounce containers of vegetable stock, and I added about 2 cups of water to it later. 1923. Thank you for watching. Probably 6 or 7 of the gold potatoes. Just basically cubed up. The leeks, clean them good. 2 good sized leeks, clean them good. Chop them up. I usually cut the ends off the leek, like both ends, and then open it up, clean it. I use a half a teaspoon of white pepper and a half a teaspoon of black pepper. And I use a half a teaspoon of seasoning salt. So it's got more than enough salt. And 2 eggs, beaten and added a little time mixed in. And I use 2 slices of dark rye to make croutons. About a tablespoon of olive oil. And you can cut those slices up any size you want for the croutons. If you've never made your own croutons, you've got to try it. It's awesome. Next thing I'm going to make some salad. I don't think I'm going to do that live, but it's a take on the road with me. I got to pick up a trailer tomorrow to take out to Midland, and I'm going to deliver at 8 a.m. Tuesday morning. Then make it back because at 10 a.m. Wednesday morning, I have a wound care appointment. And the soup turned out pretty good. No roux, no nothing. That's pretty cool. And that's how you figure out how to do your own recipes and you come up with your own stuff than just trying things. Or not having the necessary ingredients. And I wonder if this will work. Oh yeah, if you're smoking anything, the wood makes obviously a huge difference. You used to live in Alaska, right? So yeah, you'd be into that, the smoking the fish and everything else. And that was weird when I first started going north. The first time I saw pickled fish on a salad bar. Like, okay. Apparently, they went into North Dakota and Minnesota and all them places had a bunch of Norwegians in them. Or migrate there way back when. And pickled fish is a thing. It's always good to get exposed to new food. It's one of the things I like about my job is I get to travel, and that just exposes me to different places, different food. And I'm one of the people where I'm like, within Rome. Oh, good Lord. Well, it's like if you're in Gloucester, Mass, you're not ordering spaghetti. You're ordering seafood. If you walk across the street from Gorton's Fishery, there in Gloucester, Mass, I think the guys that own that little hole-in-the-wall seafood restaurant are Italian. They could probably make you Italian food, but you're right there on the ocean. I mean, that's literally where the ship from the movie A Perfect Storm was from. They have a statue and stuff like that dedicated to that ship. It's a big thing. But you eat seafood, Um, you're in South Texas, you eat Mexican food or you eat Tex-Mex, Louisiana, the regional food, the things that are better. Even like, you have friends, different cultures, what have you, and it's like, oh yeah, their mom cooks this or they cook that, and hey, try it. You might like it. So that's kind of how I am, I go somewhere, I want to try the food. Oh my God, you had 90 cases. I didn't have air conditioning until I was 18, so I feel you on the electricity. We did have electricity when the bill was paid. Yeah. Um, and not having air conditioning wasn't bad when we lived in like this old farmhouse in Texas, which was still out in the middle of a hayfield, because it was designed not to have air conditioning. You could crack the windows and air would go right through the house, and it had big high ceilings and everything, and it's like, okay, cool. But then when I moved up to Oklahoma, we lived in basically a single wide trailer in a hayfield. And we had no air conditioning. That sucked. You just found something to do outside in the summertime. Didn't really have a heater either. We had one of them little kerosene stoves. They're about, a foot and a half wide. We got the wick in them. You close off the hallway with a big curtain, and you close off the master bedroom with a big curtain, and everybody kind of huddled up in the living room, kitchen, dining room. It was all one room. And that's how you stayed warm. Hung your clothes out by the stove so they'd dry. It smelled like they'd been by the stove, but didn't have a washer and dryer or a dishwasher or any of that. Washing clothes was in a bathtub. Washing dishes was in a sink. You live in Texas, 1971, no AC. I wasn't quite born yet in 1971. I was born in the 70s, not 71. My older brother was born in 68, and my older sister was born in 69. My youngest sister was born in 94. So we're kind of spread out. But it's more like blended family. Where my stepfather had 2 children with his previous marriage. My mom had me. The 2 of them had my 2 younger sisters. My father had a daughter that's my age with someone else, and one that is 2 years younger, obviously with someone else, not my mom. So it's all kind of spread out. But anyways, the soup turned out good, and I've got to start packaging this up to take it with me. Oh, cool. Yeah. I chopped a lot of wood. Um, well, it depends on which house it was. We had a wood stove that we actually cooked off of quite a bit because we couldn't afford gas. And it's like Thanksgiving dinner. We're talking a big cast iron wood stove meant for heating a house. That was before we moved to Oklahoma. The second time. And I've seen my mom put like aluminum foil over the top of it for Thanksgiving, and she's cooking the turkey on top of it. But when I lived in Oklahoma, um, we cut, rake, and bale for all the farmers, and we go through, cutting firewood when we weren't hauling hay during the summer, and then you're selling firewood in the wintertime. So we're all, yeah, cutting a lot of wood. Life was work. Krabby Turtle, hello. And Vanessa Kitty, hello. I don't know how much longer you want to be on. I made leek and potato soup. Oh, NKJO, you changed your name. Cool. Made leek and potato soup, made some croutons. This is my supper. And I'll be eating it throughout the week. So this may be my longest chat, I'm not sure. 1 hour and 41 minutes. Pretty cool. I don't know if there's many channels that do like live cooking. Most of them do, like, they'll do a cooking video and they have a whole lot better setup than I do. And they've got thousands of followers. And they've been doing it since like 2008. No, motorcycle's not fixed yet. It's gonna be one of the next things that I get on. Harley Davidson was being really, really nice and kind of holding off on starting the repairs. I got the checks and everything taken care of with the insurance company and all that. And well, between that and Harley Davidson plant being shut down and having a fairly new model bike and um I think they said something like it's 40 something days on painted parts. So that just is what it is. I couldn't physically ride one if I wanted to right now. Healing up, it's, how do I describe it? Way, way better than it was. I'm walking around pretty good now. Um, I'm having to wear like support hose on that one leg, like oh grandma or something. And I've got to see wound care every Wednesday. The infection's cleared up. That was like the big thing as they were talking about if the infection reached the bone, I would lose my leg. So that part has been taken care of as long as it doesn't get infected again. They said they could do a skin graft and probably shorten down the healing time to like a month or so, month and a half. And if I didn't get a skin graft, it would probably be 2 to 3 months. But I don't see the point of getting a skin graft, and I kind of like it better where they can see it and debree it and watch for infection. I mean, if it was bigger than it is, like if it was twice the size that it is, I could kind of see more the point. But it's starting to heal now. I can walk around. My leg's not swollen up like it was. Still kind of feels like a boot, but not as bad. Because once I actually got started where I could walk on it, it just felt like a big space boot. And that's kind of weird, especially trying to drive a car and anything. But my shoulder, I still, yeah, I'm sitting here raising my shoulder. I still don't have the range of motion in my shoulder. That's also going to have to heal before I get back on a bike anyways. Just is. Hey, go Shadow, do that. That'd be awesome. It could be a bachelor's channel or for college students, what have you. Well, a lot of the problem that I've had is, like I said, I'm pre-diabetic, and I guess that's starting to have effects on healing, especially like your foot, your leg, that sort of thing, circulation. So I'm gonna start eating better food and get that under control and try not to go actually full diabetic. My wife is diabetic, so a lot of those changes are being made anyways because we have to make them for her. I guess when they call it the Western diet, it's not exactly. But I cook Eastern food, Eastern European food. Not that that's exactly healthy either. It's good. I don't think it's so much the food as much as it is what do they call that? Sedentary, whatever lifestyle. We don't move around as much as we used to. I think that has a lot to do with the mental health problems we're having nowadays. There's always been crazy people, there's always been off people, but people don't get the physical activity that they would have before. So I guess we're kind of like, cats scratching up something because they're trying to get that research. Anyways, thank you everyone for watching, and especially if you stay this long. Um, I'm gonna need to put all this stuff up. Package it to where I can take it to my truck. I can heat it up. I can stop in the truck stop and heat it up in the microwave. It's got egg in it, so I'm not gonna do it for 2 days. Maybe 3. That'd be about it. I've got a refrigerator in the truck. Well, it's not a refrigerator. It's more of a cooler thing. Little igloo 24-quart iceless thing. I can put some food in there, some lunch meat, some salads, that sort of thing. Take that with me. Oh yeah, they were wanting to give me steroid shots for my back, and they haven't done that yet. And then they wanted to burn the nerve endings, and I'm just not into surgeries. I'm not really into taking a lot of medication. I don't even like painkillers. They usually don't work anyways. Not the ones they want to give now. I have high tolerances, and I have a high pain tolerance anyways. I'm not like my uncle. My uncle doesn't feel pain, but it's like a family thing. I'm not to the degree he is. It's more like, it's not that I don't feel pain, it's that I guess a 10 for someone else would be a 6 for me, whatever. So it still hurts. Like the stuff with my back really, really hurt. I think most people wouldn't have got out of bed. I'm just crazy. And I have to get up. I'm not going to lay in bed forever. But they used to want to prescribe you opioids and everything, and that's too addictive. We've already got the opioid crisis going on. I don't need to add to that. And the medications they gave me for my back didn't help. The stuff they gave me for my leg, I stopped taking it the first week, and there's no difference. I'm like, this stuff doesn't work. They're like, well, you got to keep taking it. And they try to explain, well, you add this and you add that. No, I'm not screaming, so I don't need it anyways. I'm not taking it. So. Yeah, pain relative to the trauma and the person. I think the injuries too have been kind of like recalibrating that scale. I know the sciatica last year really recalibrated what I thought a 10 pain level was. It left I don't know, it left me like what I thought a 10 was. I'm like, no, that's not even anywhere close. And then when I hit that tree, like the last time I hit a tree, and I know that sounds really bad, so it was just 20 years ago. I didn't remember it. I woke up and I was impaled and a few other things. And then I remembered life flight, and then I remembered waking up in the x-ray room. This time I got to remember hitting the tree, the sound of the thwack, and rolling around in the median, thinking both my femurs were broken. And that definitely redefined blinding pain. At least for me, that it did. You know, it's like, okay, I thought I knew what that level was. Apparently, I didn't. Yeah, every trauma resets it. Yeah, I think it does, and it jacks it up. Like you've experienced this, so it's like, okay, you've been there. It's not that it doesn't hurt, it's just what you can tolerate. Strangely enough, the only time I've had broken ribs was from a baseball bat outside a pool hall. So I've been hit enough with a bat to be able to give a review on whether or not wooden or a metal bat hurts worse. And I gotta say, the wooden bat hurts worse. The bruising's different too, but oh, those days are kind of over. Yeah, at that certain point, you kind of, it's not going to change. And you can't lay in bed forever. You can't do nothing forever. You can't cry about it forever. It doesn't change anything. So you just figure out how to get up and move on with your life and do what you have to do. Or I think at least most people do. There are some people that I guess can't figure out how to get up, or maybe they just reach a pain level that they can't get over. It's just been dealing with chronic pain for so long at this point that it's like pain is normal, if that makes any sense. And all doctors want to do is cut on you. First chance they get to open you up. Oh yeah, we want to do this surgery, that surgery. And I'm like, no. And it's not absolutely necessary, I do not want surgery. And if it's not absolutely necessary, I do not want medication. I don't want to build up tolerances to things and then actually have to need them. I've already got high tolerances. Pain is normal. We have graduated. Yes. I've been burnt, I've been impaled, I've been through windshields, I've been shot. I got shot by my cousin. Well, one time I got shot by my cousin. Other time wasn't by him. So this is what it is. They start adding up after a while. You got to get up. You got to do your job. You got to pay your bills. And I guess you'll sleep when you're dead. I have to sleep now or I can't drive because I have to use that CPAP machine thing.
And it has to register at least 4 hours a night. I never really slept that much before, but now I'm forced to. And I've never been a person to sleep much, so that was interesting getting used to it. It's like 4 hours is a full night's sleep usually. That is. Yeah, my shoulder's hurting right now. Vanessa Kenny, you sound like you could write a book. No, I can't get my arm up high enough now. Chiropractor did do some help with my back. I don't know what they can do with the shoulder. I've got more movement in it now, but it's not enough. I think it's one of them things that are just gonna have to slowly get better. Like the bruising on my other arm. There's no bruise there, like you can't see a bruise anymore, but it's like the meat underneath it still hurts. The bone kind of thing still hurts. And that's just gonna take a while to get over it. There's nothing you can do to speed up the process, so it just is what it is. I have nearly made it to 2 hours. That's the other thing, doing a chat. It's like you're by yourself. It does. The times when I've been able to get somebody else on the chat with me and talk, that does go easier because you have somebody to help out and somebody, like a voice to talk to. Like doing a chat for a long time where you're just talking and hearing your own voice. I don't know how some channels do that. Of course, they've probably been doing it long enough that they're used to it. Yeah, bone bruises suck. I can raise my arm over my head if I go forward first, like bend my arm forward and do it in front of me. If I do it beside me, kind of like try to chicken wing and lift my arm up, I can't get it up level. There's just no way that I can. Hey, Katie, how you doing? I can't let you outside. No, no, no. Cat's out outside. She wants to go find a date. I need to get her fixed at some point. But no, I can't go sideways and lift my arm up. Or if I go forwards, like directly in front of me, it still hurts, but I can get it up. So that's how I get my arm over my head. Is I go like forwards, and then I can turn it. But then going back down, it still hurts. Oh yeah, she's looking for a tomcat. She's a little bit frustrated right now. Her only option in this house is a dog that's not interested. Yeah.
I don't know if there's any bones that I haven't broke. We used to stair wrestle off the side of a pickup for fun. If you've ever thought of doing that, don't. I mean, we used a lot of old farm equipment too. Yeah, you're 11, 12 years old, and you're standing on the turning brakes of like grandpa's old 1938 Minneapolis Moline U. You got a rope attached to the fender and pick the plow up and drop it back down. And, hey, they still worked. You know, some of the disc and hard stuff like that, you know, actually had a seat on it. You'd sit back there. Um, People used to get hurt on those things, but he still has them. He still uses them. Or he doesn't now, he's dead. But we all got to use those growing up, and people had been hurt bad using those things. It was just life. He didn't think much of it. Okay, bye bye, Krabby Turtle. Yep, I'm over 2 hours, 2 hours, 3 minutes, and I'm gonna have to put the stuff up and go to bed. We'll get a shower, go to bed. And I gotta do wound care in the morning. Well, my wound care, it's not the doctor's appointment. And pack it with everything they want it packed with and soaked with and all that good stuff. And wrap it up. Put the what do they call that? The real tight legging thing on it. I'm getting tired. I have to go to bed. Anyways, thank y'all so much. I'll come up with a segue for turning this thing off at some point, but I haven't figured that one out yet. Just thank y'all for watching. I think next week I'm going to do the boat bread. I got the stuff to make it. I apologize. Oh, okay. It's awful. Yeah, the ones that take longer to heal. The ribs that are the worst are the ones on the bottom. Those suck. But anyways, I'm going to click this little button over here that says end broadcast and start picking everything up. And get to bed, get this stuff put up and get to bed before my wife comes in here and hits me with something. Which she's been known to do. So I will catch y'all later. Thank you so much for watching me cook leek soup and ramble on for 2 hours. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. So, bye.